Let's say hello to Jim. Niagara Region Chair Jim Bradley joins us this morning. Hi, how are you?
Good to see you this morning.
Good, good. Since we last spoke, of course, the vaccine certificate's in place. How's the big picture for Niagara Region with vaccine uptake and the vaccine certificates? Everything going okay?
Yes, we're progressing considerably, and we're really grateful to our businesses who have to administer this. The certificates themselves are going to be very valuable, but you know, it's an imposition on businesses and other locales. So we're encouraging people to be very kind to those folks. They're just doing what the government has required, and we think it'll work out fine. A lot of people are supporting it in our area. Some are not, but I think overwhelmingly people are supporting the certificates, and it's going to be ultimately helpful in encouraging people to get the vaccine.
Yeah, while we're on the topic, where are we at with the permanent medical officer of health for Niagara? Did this come up at last night's regional council meeting?
It was scheduled to. It did not, because the individual who was going to present it was not at the meeting, but we are going to progress with that. A lot of areas in the province over the years have had acting medical officers of health. We'd like to have a permanent one, and I see that happening this year.
Okay. Also happening this year, you're going to be looking at a consolidated Niagara transit system. This is a big change and an overdue change, isn't it? Give us the details.
No question about it. Well, we're conducting a survey right now of the people of the Niagara region, because they're the ones who are going to use the service. Wanted to talk about how should it be governed, where the routes should be for the service itself, the amount of money they're prepared to spend on it, the standards, all those things will be out there for the public to comment on. And our various municipalities are working on it. We hope to have it ready, and we want it because, of course, the businesses really think it's going to be helpful to have their employees get from one end of the peninsula to the other. And also, ultimately, when we get GO service on a commuter basis down here in Niagara, we would like to have a transit system that brings people to the GO stations and makes it seamless.
Yeah, and would there be cost savings here and an environmental impact, positive impact?
Well, the environmental impact is always obvious with public transit, because it allows people to gather together in a one bus, for instance, rather than taking their individual
What about
vehicles.
greener technologies?
Well, we certainly have. If you look at the buses today compared to a generation ago, they're entirely different. They're much more benign environmentally. They're better accessibility for people, and you don't hear the gears grinding.
Yeah, but is electric a big part of the plan's future fleet?
It will be ultimately in the future. Right now, we're just getting them modernized, and as you replace the old buses, the new buses are far better, and they simply, you can't even compare them to the old buses. Much better.
Yeah, for sure. Well, since we last spoke, we had the federal election. All Niagara incumbents kept their seats. How important is this for the region for funding flows and priorities in the few seconds that we have left?
Well, we'll be working very carefully with the federal government and with the individual MPs who are elected. As you say, they're all returned, so they know the issues that are here.
Okay, so full steam ahead. I wish we had more time, Jim, but we got a scoop. But have a good weekend, and we'll talk again next week.